A peaceful Crimea is a peaceful Ukraine. This is what we desire above all else. But at what cost? Peace. What is the peace that Ukraine and the world are seeking? On 15th November 2022, during the Group of 20 summit in Indonesia, President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky introduced the peace formula. The sense of the formula was strongly supported by 141 votes for the United Nations General Assembly resolution. Implementation of the formula will restore rules-based order and security for the whole world and bring just peace to Ukraine. The peace formula consists of 10 points. Let's get into some detail about them. The first point, radiation and nuclear safety, which includes complete withdrawal of Russian troops from the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. Its demilitarization and transfer of the power plant under joint Ukrainian and IAEA control. This point also means the creation of an air shield over Ukraine to protect civilians and critical infrastructure. The second point is food security. It means the renewal and expansion of the Black Sea Grain Initiative with the inclusion of new ports, expansion of the Grain from Ukraine Humanitarian Initiative, strengthening global food security and the role of Ukraine as one of its guarantors. The third point of the peace formula is energy security. It focuses on making it impossible for Russia to attack Ukrainian critical infrastructure by any means, and restoration of Ukraine's energy infrastructure in accordance with the principles of green transition and energy efficiency. Point number 4. Release of prisoners and deported persons. This point is about the release of Ukrainian captives by Russia according to the all-for-all formula. It calls to ensure the rights of Ukrainian POWs and civilians held by Russia, and to return those forcibly deported by Russia, especially children. The fifth point of the formula is an implementation of the UN Charter and restoration of Ukraine's territorial integrity and the world order. It focuses on ensuring Russia's implementation of the UN Charter, restoration of Ukrainian territorial integrity with its internationally recognized borders, and the universal respect for the UN Charter. Point number 6. Withdrawal of Russian troops and cessation of hostilities. It means complete withdrawal of any Russian troops from the territory of Ukraine, restoration of Ukraine's control over all sections of the state border, and complete cessation of hostilities. Point number 7 is the restoration of justice. This means the establishment of the special tribunal for the crime of Russian aggression against Ukraine. It also means the establishment of the international compensation mechanism for any harm resulting from Russia's actions against Ukraine, and ensuring effective interaction with the International Criminal Court. The eighth point is countering ecocide. Its goal is to create a platform for assessing the environmental damage in Ukraine as a result of the Russian war of aggression. Strengthen the international assistance to demine Ukraine, counter the consequences of the Russian destruction of the dam of the Kakhovka hydroelectric power plant, and ensure Russian legal responsibility for ecocide in Ukraine. Point number 9. Preventing escalation of war and repetition of aggression. This is about providing Ukraine with the security guarantees based on Kyiv Security Compact for the period before joining NATO, and the creation of a system of international safeguards against the repetition of Russia's aggression both against Ukraine and anyone else. Finally, the 10th point is confirmation of the end of the war. This means international legal formalization of the end of the Russian war of aggression against Ukraine. Such confirmation should include security guarantees for Ukraine in connection with future membership in NATO, post-war settlement conditions and mechanisms to prevent the repetition of Russia's aggression against Ukraine and other states. This is how the real, just and lasting peace will look like, which we will implement in accordance to President Zelensky's peace formula.